Hello, my name is Marissa Scarl, and I did my grant proposal on Kenwood Elementary School. My grant goal is $30,000, and what I would use this money will be very resourceful, and I will spend it wisely and effectively on modern technology, not just for the school in general, but hopefully to impact enrollment rates, graduation rates, and overall improve their test scoring abilities. I will also, with the money, help students develop an understanding of responsibility in a way. Some basic information about Kenwood. They are located on 6416 Holman Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. They are state accredited by the county. They're the city of Hammond. Their grade levels are only from kindergarten to 5th grade. Their current enrollment for 2017 through 2018 total is 298 students. Their ISTEP testing scores, 55 students passed and 87 students did not pass. So as you can see the bar graph shown right here, that is only 38.7% of their school being met to the criteria or passed it, and 87 students did not, so 61%. So they need some help or improvements. I selected first grade, and their enrollment trend is 44 students as of 2017-2018. If you were to break it down by ethnicity, there's 27 students that are Black or African American, 11 students are Hispanic, 2 students are white, and 4 students are multiracial. And as you can see in the pie chart to the right, it separates them by ethnicity. When it comes to free reduced lunch, 26 receive free meals, 1 student receives reduced meals, and 17 students have paid meals. And that's also broken down into a pie chart on the right as well. When it comes to special education and general education, 4 of the students are placed under special education and 40 of the rest of the students are placed under general education. So that means when it comes to technology involved, you have to accommodate all the students, different races, different ethnicities, different nationalities, different learning abilities, and one of the major barriers are like whether they're English language learners. 8 students are, 36 of them are not, so more than basically 81.8% of the class is made up of non-English language learners. So that means English is not their primary language, or they're not their given first language. Some of my IST standards are empowered learners, so students will articulate and set personal goals, learning goals, develop strategies, leverage technology to achieve them, and reflect on the learning process itself and to improve learning outcomes. And another standard I think is really important is digital citizens, because then students will demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights of obligation of using and sharing intellectual properties. I think these 2 standards stand out the most when it comes to a first grade classroom, and they can achieve this within the classroom, but technology will help them go even further and to meet these standards. When it comes to using the grant money, I think one huge impact would be a smart board. Not only is it easable access, provide flexibility, enhances learning and experience, interact, share, it's low maintenance, you can access it online information tools, enhance communication skills. I've been placed in several classrooms where the teacher uses the smartboard to teach the lessons, and I saw the students are very interactive with it, and they pay attention and they focus, and younger students tend to get distracted easily or quicker too than older students. So we have to find tools that will allow us to enhance their learning ability when we have that little second to teach them before they get distracted right away. Something else I thought that was really would be efficient is iPads. When it comes to iPads, they're, for starters, appealing to students, saves money. There's many different apps you can use on it. There's multimedia learning. It prepares students for a better future. There's customized learning. It helps the students improve organization, increases collaboration. Reading is paperless, so students can actually like read books on there or do different activities and like interact more with the iPads in the classroom and just develop more. And the pricing for that is listed right here. And then when it comes to iPads, Go back. Previous. When it comes to the iPads, I thought it would be great to have headphones, because then this way the children won't be a distraction for other students when they're learning. So like if they were, let's say the teacher assigns a reading test, okay, and they all have their iPads. Okay, now if one student is more progressed than the other one, he or she is going to have to wait when another student might be further behind. Or like if it's an audio book, you don't want, like if you have 20-something plus students, you don't want them all, the iPads to be talking back to them all at the same time. Like it might drive the teacher crazy, but at the same time it's a huge distraction, like when it comes to learning. So I felt like the headphones would be really helpful to the students. And then with these headphones, there is a Bluetooth, there's a mic attached to them, so this way they can interact and like talk back. So if there's like a radio audio book, they can talk back to it. If there's games, they can respond back to it. And I thought that was pretty neat. And one major app I found that was very, like, I absolutely love this app, and I use it on my tablet and my iPhone for my niece and nephews. And this is the First Grade Learning Games app. And that is what the app looks like on the Apple Store or iPad or iTunes Store. And it's a free app. It has 15 games. It tracks the students' progress. So wherever they're at, it'll start back up for where they left off. The different games include things to help them like with their pattern, ordering, skipping, counting, like adding, subtracting, fraction, spelling, compound words, 5 sentences, geography, animals. There's like so much more, and I feel like when it comes to younger students, visual learning is more important to them, because you might give them a word, they might not understand it, but if you give them a word with a picture, they'll comprehend it better. And I feel like this app will be very important and useful to those kids. And there's different levels. There's a version of this app for I think different levels of like the grades. And that is my resources of the standards and the school websites and where I got all my information. So thank you.